All practice pages and other materials for learning cursive are available at my Teachers Pay Teachers store at www.teacherspayteachers.com/store/Ann-Fosnight. Learning Cursive, Lesson 17, Lowercase k. When we compare printed K to cursive K, we notice that cursive K has quite a bit more loops going on. However, if you think about it, since we want to keep our pencil on the paper, we just curve back when we're making our connections. And so the cursive K makes sense compared to the printed K. A cursive K, lowercase, is similar to lowercase h. It has the same beginning, the same owl kind of beginning. Under curve, curve back, slant, comes straight down, and then it traces up into the over curve, but instead of going down, the over curve keeps going all the way in, touching the slant line. When it touches the slant line, then it does a slant to the right, which is unusual, and down into an under curve. So we have under curve, slant, over curve, that about halfway between the midline and baseline curves in a circle to touch the slant line, a slant to the right down to the baseline, and an under curve. Lots of things to think about. So we have that over curve 2 spaces, slant 2 spaces straight, over curve that curves in halfway between the midline and the baseline and touches that first slant line, a slant line to the right and down, and an under curve ending. One reason we need to make sure we do not start putting a curve inside of our H is when we do that, it becomes harder to know if a letter is an H or if it's a K. So we want to make sure we never have this kind of letter. We just want to have a nice H with a straight over curve down, or a K with the over curve going in and touching, and a slant and an under curve. As you get ready to complete the lowercase k practice page, make sure you have your desk nice and clear so you have plenty of space to work. Make sure you have a good slant. The right corner towards the top of your desk if you're right-handed, the left corner towards the top of your desk if you're left-handed. Sit up straight and tall. Make sure you write your name neatly on the lines, and then you'll be ready to work. Looking at our model of lowercase k, we see it has many strokes, and each of them needs to be done carefully. So on our training wheel letters, we're going to train our hand on all of those strokes. We have the under curve, the slight curve back to the left, the slant line straight down, the over curve that goes in between the midline and the baseline, the slant line to the right that turns into an under curve. One more time, we have the 2 space over curve, the 2 space slant line, the over curve at the midline that curves in halfway between the midline and the baseline, the slant line, small slant line to the right, and the under curve. Over, down, over, in, over, up. After your hand has gotten used to the training of the training wheel letters, you're going to try the K on your own. When you work on your Ks, you need to make sure you're touching from the baseline to the headline, that your circle is touching the midline and back to the slant line. You need to make sure that your loop stays straight and tall and not too large of loop. You need to be careful you go in and touch and come out neatly. And you're ready to practice. Practice your training wheel line, the line on your own, another training wheel line, a line on your own, and then we will work on connecting Ks.